Hello there, this is David from David Books and Comics, and today I want to talk about Robert Holdstock. And this is the book I finished reading. This book comes as a recommendation from Matt Dafoe of Science Fiction Reads. And as I was going through a book haul, he recommended to read this book, and it is an excellent novel. Now, I have done reviews of Holdstock, mainly due with his Raven series. His pulp novels. I have read one other, the Berserker series. I read the first novel in the Berserker series. And I do have this book, and I have the Earthwind book by Robert Holdstock. This is also science fiction. And it intrigues me to read this one because John Clute, who compiled the science fiction encyclopedia, he says that he delves into his dark fantasy when he wrote his Earthwind. Anyway, it intrigues me to read it. He's kind of critical of it, but sometimes you're interested in what you're interested in. Anyway, so Holdstock, of course, was born in 1948, died young in his 60s, 61, I think, in 2009. He was a prolific writer, especially of fantasy. He wrote the Mythago Wood series. I have the first book, the Mythago Wood. I don't have it here. I have it in another bookshelf in my office at work. Anyway, let me tell you about Where the Time Winds Blow. So as I said, it came as a recommendation. Holdstock easily held my attention with his prose. The world of the Time Winds is called Vanderzand's world, and or Camelius. And whenever he uses the title Vanderzand's world, he's almost like he's turning a poetic phrase, giving cadence to the paragraph he's writing in. Camelios is the other name of the planet, and it has a kind of double entendre meaning. Camelios is like a chameleon planet. You never know what it really is all about. It adds to the mystery of the novel, obviously. This edition is a double pocketbook edition. It's a hardcover. It's a book club, and this book club edition is the only hardcover published in the U.S. in North America. So this is copyright 1981 by Robert Holdstock, and it is considered to be one of his best science fiction novels. Now, there are several. The main character, his name is Leo Falcon, and Leo Falcon, if you are a Holdstock fan, you'll know that Robert Falcon was the name that he went by, the pseudonym that he used when he wrote the 6-volume Night Hunter series. There are other supporting characters, of course. There's Lena Tanaway, a close friend of Leo Falcon, and there's Chris Dogen, kind of you don't know until about midway through the book what he's all about. But anyway, he's one of the well fleshed out supporting characters. Another character is called Commander Insavlian, and Commander Insavlian is the leader of the explorers, and they're really there to explore this planet, Camelios. But I also found myself reflecting philosophically on what I was reading. The book seems to delve into epistemology, as Holdstock seems to be exploring how we know and understand. The Time Winds are the real mystery of the novel, where the characters explore the nature of the planet. The characters live in a station, and it kind of reminded me of the safety stations that you have in mining. Now, I worked in a mine years ago. It was a copper and zinc mine. But when it went into the idea of the Time Winds, I kept on thinking of methane gas and coal mining, and how dangerous that is. Because, anyway, I don't want to say too much about the story. You'd have to read it. But one of the reasons why it's such a dangerous planet is because of these time winds. So they're trying to find out, these explorers are trying to find out about this alien world. On this world, there is a settlement where these explorers, they're called rifters, by the way, do their science. There are these people called the man-changed, who are basically adaptoids, people who've adapted to the planet. They learned how to breathe the air and grow their vegetables, I guess. And they have these large eyes, and they breathe the natural air of the planet. Whereas the rifters, they have to use masks and breathing apparatus to be able to interact on the planet. The man-changed are naturalized to this chameleos. At one point, a man-changed character, Alicia is her name, says to Robert, to Leo Falcon, he says, "The only knowledge is the natural knowing." In essence, science. If you've read enough epistemology, especially from, I don't want to get into too many of the writers, but much of modern philosophy is epistemology anyways, even empiricists, the empirical writers. There is a resolution at the end of the novel where Holdstock leads the reader, but I will leave it up to you to say whether the resolution satisfies. I mean, obviously he's trying to present the whole solution, and I think if you read it carefully, he seems to be weighing two different options about what the problems are, and it's up to you, the reader, to kind of say, okay, this is what the issues were. Anyway, because of the way he was writing, you kind of were swayed and led into the resolution. It's kind of an unveiling of a mystery, basically. As a novel, and the literary quality of the novel, the development of the characters, I felt I was in good hands. Holdstock is, and in my view always was, an excellent writer. One of the minor characters, a guy named Ben Lewenstock, becomes a major link to the whole point of the novel in the end. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, so Holdstock, obviously an excellent writer. It's sad that he couldn't have written more because of his untimely death. But I look forward to reading, and I thank Matt Dafoe of Science Fiction Reads for recommending the book. It was very satisfying, very thoughtful, thought-provoking, and again, an enjoyable read. Thanks again for watching, and if you enjoyed, remember all the stuff, like, subscribe, and comment. It always helps the channel. Thanks. Bye.